Marvel Studios and time jumps, yeah, we've kind of come to expect that. And at this point, after Endgame, we sort of don't even really have a map of when most things take place, what year, or even what month within a year if they hint towards it, and we're just kind of left to our own devices. Of course, using real-world things, you can kind of line some things up, but again, it's questionable and confusing at best. So recently, we learned that Black Panther will have another time jump. Just, when it takes place, we still don't know. So again, we know that the passing of Black Panther T'Challa will be addressed, and the funeral will happen. So then, they're gonna do a time jump, about a year's worth of a time jump. And this was confirmed by not just Ryan Coogler, the director, but also confirmed by Shuri herself. So again, this is now multiple people, it's not just a one-off, and they're saying, oh, there's definitely a time jump between the passing of the king and what happens next. My guess, and since they said that this will have an impact on the story, is that after the passing of the king, we're gonna find out, maybe through like a quick flash of newsreels and things like that, that Wakanda's kind of falling apart. And then when we catch up with them a year later, we're going to see Wakanda in sort of a different political and power place than they were before. And this is when things with Namor will unfold, with the rest of the world trying to get their hands in and on Wakanda's resources. And things are then going to play out that way. And in my opinion, I think this is great. But at the same time, it leaves a lot of questions out there. And maybe some of these questions will be answered in this. Maybe they won't. Again, we just gotta know when exactly does this film take place. Does it take place currently at the end of the MCU timeline, which means it takes place after Werewolf by Night, so then we're jumping another year? Or does it mean that this takes place like 6 months after Endgame, and then we jump a year? And if that's the case, why has the passing of the king never been mentioned anywhere in any of the other things as news reports? Like, it raises a couple continuity issues and problems. At least in the way of why haven't they mentioned it? Whatever it is, though, I really hope it's not at the end of the timeline and then we jump another year forward, because at that point we're so many years in the future that it's really just getting congested and kind of nonsensical. But again, we'll see how they handle it. When we watch the film for ourselves, we'll find out. But I do like that there's a one-year time jump, but I just hope that its execution in the bigger MCU is handled well.